As of a little over 90 days ago, the Trump administration has made it to where if you owe student loans, up to 15% of your wages could start to be garnished. Well, it's already began. Some people's wages are starting to be garnished, and they're not happy with it at all. In an economy where they're already struggling, many people couldn't even afford to have these wages taken out of their check because they were already struggling to get by. Now with a portion of their income gone, is making it even harder for them. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
So now it is 100% official. They're going to start garnishing wages for defaulted student loans. I'm getting this information directly from studentaid.gov, and it says that they can take up to 15% of your paycheck and they do not need any permission. All they have to do is send you a 30-day notice letting you know exactly what they're going to do, but they don't need any court order, permission, or anything. They have the right to just take that money from you. So during COVID, there was a pause on all the student loan payments. That has now ended, which has caused a lot of people to receive late payments, which now is putting people in a default status. So if you are somebody who is default on your student loans, definitely contact them so you can make arrangements so that way they're not freezing your bank account or snatching your paycheck from you. And if you have defaulted student loans on your credit report, definitely dispute them so they're off your credit report. Just because they're off your credit report does not mean you're not financially responsible for them. However, them coming off your credit report allows you to move forward, to get approvals, to get good rates, to get credit cards, loans, etc. So you definitely want them off so your file doesn't look so unattractive, and whatever is not on your credit report, you don't have to disclose. So if you are somebody who plans on getting a house, car, whatever, and you have those defaulted student loans on there, it's going to hurt you. So definitely dispute those off your credit report.
If you have outstanding student loans and you are afraid that you are going to be taken to collections, the best thing that you need to do is figure out where your student loans are at. Are they at the originator? Did they get sold off to a third party consolidation company? Because that's what happens, a third party collection agency. I know because I've been through all of this. I've had my wages garnished in the past. I've had to do repayment plans. I had to get myself out of default to where that I was in good standing to where I just make monthly payments. I am not in fear of being garnished because I've already been garnished and I got myself out of that status. But if you are not in good standing and you are in default and you've hid from them, trust me, I know I used to hide, okay? I used to run from them. Well, they come to collect. So the best thing that you could do is figure out who has your student loans, because most times it's not the original place that you got it from, especially if it was years ago. They have already sold that debt to 3, 4, 5, 6 different agencies, and then they all tax on their little interest dollars. So it starts adding up. Do not run from it. Do not be afraid. It's time to start tackling them, because there's nothing else that you could do besides be in a situation where they're going to garnish your wages. And I told you, I had my wages garnished. It was just part of it. But I have not had my wages garnished ever since. I'm in a good repayment plan, and I'm almost done with paying off my student loans. So I'm thankful for that. But I was in your same shoes. I was there. I'm telling you, I've been a collector, and I've also hid from collectors. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I do strongly suggest you figure out where those debts are. Reach out to the people. And if you do not feel comfortable reaching out to a third-party collection agency, reach out to your ChatGPT and ask her, how do I handle this?
They can't garnish this cash. They're going to have to come get it back in blood. Take your money out the bank. Take your money out the bank. When you go to work tomorrow, turn off direct deposit. Opt for a paper check, and you better take it to food line every 2 weeks. Take your check to food line every 2 weeks and pay the 2% check cashier fee. We down bad. We down bad, y'all. We down bad. We got to do what we can do. Oh, my God. Oh, they done got us. They done got us. This time, y'all woke me up. Everything else was a joke, but this here, you got me this time.
Yeah, I don't think that paper check thing is going to work. She said it at the end. I think she came to her realization they got us. Yeah, the government gonna get theirs regardless. Any little loophole or workaround you thought you had, best believe, you better believe they got it figured out. They already know what people will try to do, and more than likely that'll be blocked. Hey man, y'all signed up for them. Y'all gotta pay them back. You gotta pay back the debtors, man. Y'all know what y'all signed up for at the end of the day. That time has now come. They ain't playing. They're not just gonna put it on your credit any longer. Nah, they want that money.
And the bottom of my casket will have a file cabinet for all these student loans to rest in heavenly peace. That's how much I owe in student loans. How much money I owe in student loans. Now let me provide you with some additional information, since I know that this video is going to go viral because people are cruel and a lot of people are going to be ready to attack me in the comments and judge me and do whatever they got to do to feel good about themselves. I am a proud 25-year-old with over $100,000 in student loan debt. I went to school. I got a free associate degree through the early college program. I then furthered my education and got 2 additional degrees. I have a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship with a minor in management, and I have a master's degree in organizational leadership. But one thing America doesn't know about me is that I have 1 additional degree that's not on file and it's not in the records anywhere, and that's a law degree. At any given point, I'm prepared to take the stand and explain why I cannot afford to pay a dime on them student loans. Baby, you ain't never seen a sharp, undegreed attorney like me ever in your life. It's my time to shine.
Owing 100K in student loans is diabolical. 100 bands. Man, I'd be sick right now if I owed 100 bands. And then I get out here in the world and I don't get no job paying me enough to pay off those loans. Imagine owing 100,000 and coming to realize you were sold a dream all of this time, and you wasted your time. The only thing that you can't get back in your life, you lose your life, those are the only 2. So at least you still got your life, but that time, you're not getting that back. But they want that money back. Drop in the comments below, if you went to school, how much do you owe? I hope it's not a lot of people in the comment section that owes 100,000. That's what I'm hoping, but drop it below. I would love to know.
This country is cooked. It's a wrap. But most of y'all know. Most of y'all, not the ones who read the Bible, but the ones who actually analyze it. And was reading the different books and breaking down those different prophecies. You understood because I don't hinge my faith on a book. I don't think anyone should. But I think you should pay attention to human experiences. And in this whole complex vibration of life, do I believe that there were prophets that existed back then who knew how to tune in to the higher holographic vibration and see things in the future or see things? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think they wrote them down? Yep. Do I think those things got passed down and throughout history, very corrupt people wanted to mess with those prophecies and try to use those prophecies to control people? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think that they turned around and dug themselves their own ditch that they fell into? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think we get to just sit back and eat the popcorn and watch? You can choose. Yeah, you can choose to be worried or you can be not. Now, right now, everything's falling apart, in my opinion. People out here talking about posting videos where they're saying they're not going to pay their student loans. I remember seeing that for months on TikTok, and y'all had me so entertained where y'all was just look, I'm gonna work under the table. Y'all had so many workarounds for not paying student loans. And now they're saying they're gonna garnish your checks. They're you don't want to pay it, we're gonna come and take it. That is wild to me. They ain't taking mine because I don't have no student loans. Praise to the Most High. I don't got no student loan debt. But for those of y'all, for the tens of millions of Americans who do, I was just wow. Because we're dealing with our economy is shit right now. People really walking around in Delulu land. Y'all that still have jobs and stuff, y'all are really delusional, really thinking that this stuff that this wave is not gonna come for you. It is crazy. The whole United States is, on a global scale, is lost its global position. It's not getting it back. And this is that move where it's the person who is rich, but they're running out of money. So they're trying to get all the money they're trying to squeeze all the money they can from everybody that owes them. Everybody, they're trying to, that is what it reminds me of.
You know what? That's a great analogy. That's like, you know how when times get hard, pandemic time, recession time, or you know what we're going through right now, economic uncertainty, when times get tough, you know how the rich people start suing everybody. They start coming after everybody that owe them. You be like, man, they just suing everybody, ain't they? They trying to get every dollar, squeeze every dollar out of everybody that's owed them for the last 10, 15 years. This is that. This is the government doing that. Them saying, you know what? We know that we're in the most debt we've ever been in. We know that this country is struggling. The people are struggling too, but we need that money back from you. We gonna squeeze and squeeze till we can't no more. Get every last little penny out of everybody. That describes this whole year. When they say the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer, this is one of the major ways too. 42.7 million Americans have outstanding student loan debts that they owe. That's 16% of all U.S. adults. These are going to be the people that are going to get poorer and make the government richer. Yeah, perfect analogy. Perfect. Well worded.
Like them being like, oh, we're just going to garnish y'all's pay. Like, really? I thought y'all dismantled the Department of Education. No? Okay, got it. Y'all kept just enough of it mantled to come and start garnishing. Okay. I think student loans should be paid back. I do. I think that if you took out the loan, you should pay it back. But I also think, because I think most Americans are responsible enough and are trying to pay them back and have been for the last like 20, 30 years. I think the issue is the jig is up. People see the scam. How you going to pay $50,000 on a $50,000 student loan, but still got a balance of $47,000? Woo! That's rough. That's capitalism for you. That is the beast, the many-headed beast coming out. That's one of the heads of the beast you're looking at. And that's wild to me. So I'm just like, if you're going to do student loan reform the goddamn interest rates on these kids. Like make it so these people's payments are actually being applied to the principal. A whole industry got rich. A whole bunch of rich people got richer off of that. A whole bunch of banks. All of this is to make sure banks and corporations get richer. And it makes me sad for y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. Back when I graduated high school, I felt like a loser because all of my peers, all of my friends, everyone was going to college. And I had my sights set on one college. I wanted to go to Georgetown, period. And I was the only college I applied to. I was dumb, but it was it. If it's a Georgetown or nothing. And even then, I didn't even do that great of a job to try to get into Georgetown. Like, so of course I got rejected. I did not get accepted to Georgetown. And people like all around me were going to school. Like even my mentors, my high school teachers were so disappointed in me because I came out of high school with honors. I graduated with honors. I was one of the smart kids in high school. And so all my teachers just knew I was going to college right after. And the fact that I was kind of puttering around and not going to college like the rest of my peers, for a while I did feel like a loser. I did. But then when I finally did go to college and get my associate's degree, I want to give a shout out to Victor Valley College in Victorville, California. When I went, they were flat out, they were honest. They said, we don't accept student loans. The only form of payment you could do there, at least back then, I don't know if it's different now, but back then when I was getting my degree in computer information systems, there it is. Back when I was getting that, they were very adamant. Like, no, you either gonna pay with grants or you gonna pull out your debit card and, because we don't take student loans here. We don't take those types of payments. Thank y'all for that. Thank you. I look back now, and even then, I saw my peers going to school, and I was working at the police department then. My peers were getting hit. Like, I was working with a girl who was paying off law school student loans. And I was like, how you not a lawyer? Girl, listen, when she told me the amount of debt she was looking at, I was like, you know that's a house, right? I couldn't do it. I was like, I refused. I was like, I'm not even going to go to college. But the crazy thing was, I went to the community college, and looking back at it, I'm thankful that they had more responsibility than I did, because if they were allowed student loans, I would have taken them out. And this is why I say, like, we knew it was predatory. Like, we knew it. So at this point, all I can say is God protected me. This was God protected me, saying, Tamara, you ain't going to be in no student loan debt. And I'm not in any. Thank you. Got small business loan debt, though. Got small business loan debt. I ain't got no student loan debt. I can pay that off. I can pay the small business loan debt off. But I couldn't do it. I could not. And so for those of y'all who are like freaking out, I'm like watching y'all's TikToks where y'all are like freaking out, like crying, stomach in knots. Like I don't wish that on my worst enemy. That is fucking, that's rough work right there. But I think back to like those days right after high school. My only advice to kids that are coming out of high school now is don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to go against the grain and not do what everyone else is doing. This is my advice even to adults now. You're going to find like the majority of people are going to be doing one set thing, because the majority, the mindset is a sheeple mentality to just kind of go with the flow, and that's easiest. It takes a lot to break away and to go against the grain and to be different. And sometimes you feel like a loser. Sometimes you feel like you're failing because you're not doing what everyone else in society is doing. You're not doing what's expected of you. But sometimes their expectations are wrong. Shit. And so I'm sorry, but it's the way they're coming after student loans and like coming after the people who have defaulted on student loans, as if our economy hasn't been crap, and as if they didn't just lay off, as if they have not been laying off hundreds of thousands of workers for the past, what are we in, 5 years since COVID? Because COVID hit in what, 2020-ish? Like, when was that Rona? God, it was so traumatic. But the point is, like, people, we never recovered from that. We never bounced back from Corona and the effects of that. And the fact that this is what we're looking at now, like, we're about to see a whole reset. I would recommend that we stick together. All the powers that be are going to try their hardest to make us work against each other and to fight each other. But we got to work together as communities. We do. But that's all I had to say about that. I couldn't believe this. Like, I'm going to go back to watching y'all's videos where y'all are freaking out about having to get your student loans garnished starting on May 5th. Like, that is, God dang, this government is broke. Oh, this government is on some next level shit.
Facts, we never recovered from the Corona, C-19, and it's 5 years later, and they still just whacking everybody across the head. Tariffs, grocery prices, got to pay back student loans now. Cars up, can't even get a car for the low. The price of homes being up. Can't even get a house for less than $500,000. About $450,000, $500,000. Same thing at this point. Can't even get a house for the low no more. Wages haven't went up. Everything else went up. We still haven't recovered from all of the losses we took then 5 years ago. Big businesses thrived while everybody else struggled to survive. It's definitely time to come together. That's all we got left is one another. Two is better than one, and the community is greater than that. We got to be a family. We got to be a tribe. That's the only way we're going to get by. My opinion and other people's opinions too. It seems we're all coming to this understanding. Family, let me know what you think about this video. I appreciate you for watching. If you made it to the end, as always, peace. To my Hebrew family, shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one. Drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. I love you.